What is going on, GZ? It's this Deadbolt here bringing us more SCP reaction, and today we have SCP-6511 Oblivion Access. And it's a Thaumiel class SCP, which means it's like a... I'm pretty sure that's just like the weird ones, you know? Like the, don't really know what it does. I don't know if we're gonna die from it or not. It's from TheVolgun, and I think this was a recommendation from Alpha Shocker again. So thank you for recommending this to us. But be sure to subscribe to TheVolgun and, you know, support all their content. You know, they make a lot of good videos, a lot of SCP videos if you're interested in that subject. Ooh, there was a crooked man. That's an hour long. I'll probably have to watch that on my own time. I try to keep away from doing like excessively long videos, but I do have a God of War Ragnarok video coming out. That's like about an hour and a half. So, and the reason I do that is just because it takes so long to export, and then it takes double the amount to upload. So I'd have to leave my PC on for like a day or two just to do that. So that's why I try to stay away from longer videos. But anyways, Oblivion Access. What the hell could that be? What? No, I don't want to read the comments just yet. I don't want to give it away. If I had to guess, this is probably like the negative zone, like of SCP. Maybe it's a place on Earth where, like, if you go, you get transported to this alternate universe where there's nothing. There's, you know, that's what Oblivion Access. That's what I'm just going by its namesake. And also the thumbnail was a man just standing in like infinite nothing. So maybe that's what it is. That's what I'm going with, locking it in. And also it's Thaumiel. So I feel like when you have Thaumiels. Ooh.
T11 eyes only. Emergency access.
It's one of these.
File is banned from all access at any clearance level and quarantined from the SCP database. Access to this page is to only be attempted by the Department of 1 in the event of Contingency 1 being called into effect. If you are not,
it's like that one lake. Do not look at the bodies in the water. I like these.
By opening the file below, you will immediately activate Contingency 1 and understand the ramifications of such a process. This process cannot be reversed for any reason. By nature of your position, you have been granted access to trigger Contingency 1 without the need for Overseer Council oversight. It is trusted that you are aware of the circumstances requiring a Contingency 1 activation and will not access this page early or without proximate and urgent need. If you wish to proceed with this action, a button only visible to you will permanently unlock the contents of this file.
Do it. You won't. Oh, is that us?
Number SCP-6511. Object Class Thaumiel. Special Containment Procedures. You are to read this document and follow the instructions within. Description: SCP-6511 is a series of emergency protocols causing the intentional and near-complete removal of the SCP Foundation and its constituent components from reality. SCP-6511 is this page and all instructions and information within it, which acts as the outward manifestation of these protocols. Do not stop listening. The mechanism allowing for the existence of SCP-6511 are inherently encoded into all people, objects, and concepts adjacent to the Foundation. The utilization of SCP-6511 is dependent on the activation of Contingency 1, a mechanism exclusively keyed to the Foundation Department of 1. Please note that SCP-6511 is only to be used in a scenario where the Foundation's continued existence is a threat to itself and to established reality. The Department of 1 was created
I don't know why I didn't expect this. I kind of just thought the SCP Foundation was flying at the seat of their hat, if you know what I mean. Like they're just like, all right, we're going to secure, contain, protect all SCPs no matter what, you know, that was their mission. I get that they had contingencies for SCP escapes and all that. I didn't think they had contingencies for just, fuck it, we're done. You know, I didn't know they had like a scorched earth policy. You know, like that would be like Batman having a nuke in his bat cave, you know, just, all right, time to go, you know. That's crazy. I swear, every time I try to guess these videos, they just curve me, man. I don't think I've yet to guess an SCP correctly, because then they get into the video and they're just like, all right, and here's this right turn. Here we go. We're going down this road. You thought.
As part of initial formulation of SCP-6511. It is unique in that it consists of a single individual which acts as its entire staff at any and all points in time. The death of a Department of One is immediately followed by the appointment of a replacement, and only one can exist at a time.
Wow.
The current Department of One is to be isolated from the vast majority of Foundation operations, and not to be given additional duties beyond those granted by their department membership. The preservation of the Department of One is to be ensured at all costs. If you are listening to this version of the document, you possess Department of One clearance. In a scenario where SCP-6511 protocols must be executed, it is currently your responsibility to activate the mechanism, neutralize the threat, and restore the SCP Foundation. By the nature of the consequences of activating SCP-6511, it is unknown how much of this or any other information you will retain following the activation. Potential threats that may require the activation of SCP-6511 are, by the nature of this protocol, almost entirely unknown and not understood. There is very little information available to prepare the Department of One for their duty, apart from that which resides in this document.
It's just
the success of the Department of One in restoring the Foundation is dependent almost entirely on factors outside of the Foundation's control. For these reasons, SCP-6511 should only be activated in cases where any other option would result in the destruction of the SCP Foundation, or worse.
See, the way they're making the sound is like, is this something that's only execute? Like, would this have been something to be executed when the shy guy escaped? You know, was this not a thing back then? I feel like that would have been a good opportunity. Like, no, the SCP Foundation wasn't really at risk there. You know, their facility as a whole, their foundation wasn't like in peril of being destroyed. But that thing killed a lot of people, man. I don't know. You know, I feel like at that point, I would definitely execute SCP-6511. Because, like, what else, like, other than, like, you know, SCP-682 or, like, other than, like, SCP-682 or, like, the Scarlet King, like, even if you execute this plan, would the Scarlet King even be affected by that? Can't he, like, transcend dimensions and stuff? And so can 682. Like, if they want you guys dead, I don't think executing this plan is gonna stop that. You know, like, there's just some really there's just some really strong SCPs out there that kind of make this plan mute, you know?
The origins and creators of SCP-6511 are currently unknown. Similarly, the record of Contingency 1 activations is also unknown, although inconsistencies in historical records of the Foundation suggest possible reference points. By virtue of your position, you are also believed to have knowledge of the SCP-6511 activation record that is not available to any other member of the Foundation. However, this suspicion has never been confirmed by you or any of your predecessors. If you have reached this section of the file, Contingency 1 has already been activated.
Wow.
Continue listening for further
That's
instructions.
Intense.
Do not stop listening under any circumstances. The Department of One, which is yourself, is a division of the Foundation that exists entirely outside of its sectional hierarchy. It is imperative that you understand the full responsibilities of the Department of One before you are forced to begin them shortly.
You are not safe here. The SCP Foundation has, for nearly the entirety of its existence, enjoyed the position of reigning warden over the anomalous world, if not the world at large itself.
I kind of agree.
It wields nearly unlimited political, financial, and physical power to the point that opposition to our goals is easily understood, confronted, or managed through the employment of the resources at our disposal. We have weathered many storms and come out relatively intact. We are tempted to view ourselves as the apex predators of the anomalous world. However, the greatest misconception of the average Foundation employee is that this does not mean we are invincible.
That's
Imagine
true.
a being with the traits of a perfect predator, a being that can match its prey's every move, parrying all attacks and breaking every defense, knowing exactly where it is at all times. When an entity is rendered prey, it essentially has two options: fight or flight, direct confrontation to neutralize the threat, or simply evading it until it is eventually shaken or lured away. But the perfect predator is unfazed by either. It will keep stalking you, never running out of energy or resources no matter how far you go. And, when you least expect it, it will destroy you in an instant, leaving no trace. No time for you even to scream. Evolution will create such
Dude.
beings, ideal survivors, feeders, lurking in every corner of the anomalous world. Perfect defense is nothing to the perfect predator. In the face of such an entity, the only creatures that have a chance to survive are something entirely new. A perfect hunter, something with the ability
They transcend
not just to
existence.
run, but to disappear. The ultimate form of playing
Oh.
dead, to die for so long that the hunter that has marked you will grow bored of the chase, wither away, or even die. It is a waiting game, and for the entirety of that game, you must never, ever be found. If the Foundation is made the quarry of this hypothetical being, it must hide. These entities are real, and Department of One protocols
Yeah, you've
are
captured
engaged when
most
the
of them.
SCP Foundation is targeted by such a predator.
The origin of this text is unknown.
See, okay, I like how this started off. You know, they were like calling out, like, because if the SCP Foundation was a real thing, like, you know, if it was an actual, like, offshoot of the government, I guess, it definitely would kind of rule the world, wouldn't they? Like, there's no way you can harbor all of these entities, keep them under a lid, and not rule the world. You know, that's kind of like mutually assured destruction. We have nukes that can destroy the world like 7 times. So, if as long as you don't fire yours, we won't fire ours. Except for the Foundation's case, we have these SCPs that can destroy the entire universe whenever we set them free. So, like, you know, there's not really anything you can do about it. Do what we say. Because what's stopping somebody from going, hey, they're causing trouble. Here's a picture of the shy guy. Look at it. You know, and then boom, they're dead. And everybody who saw it on the way is also dead. Like, dude, that's like a nuke, man. And like, they have time travel to their, you know, freaking disposal as well. Somebody can get the coffee machine and be like, hey, I want a cup of, you know, insert whatever politician you hate most there. And boom, it won't kill them, but it'll knock them out, you know. There's just so many. They have that rape plant. If there's somebody that they don't like who they think needs that, they have the rape plant ready and willing.
The activation of Contingency 1 and the opening of this file implies that such a threat to the Foundation has been identified. Not only this, but this threat is here, present, and further existence of the Foundation in its current form is no longer possible. If this file has been opened, the entity that has caused the activation of this iteration of the Department of One has already detected the Foundation. It is impossible to say how close it is to seeing you. The protocols that you are responsible for are the process by which the SCP Foundation, its history and record of existence, and its knowledge as a concept are changed into a vastly different form that allows for it to remain undetected and absent from the world for an indefinite extended period of time. They
But how
are
will you bring it
strictly
back?
only to be employed when all other options of dealing with an existential threat to the Foundation have been exhausted, and it is decided that the destruction of the Foundation is preferable to the alternative. The Department of One is the failsafe that is attached to this act of self-destruction. Its duty is to reverse the restructured reality and return the Foundation to normal existence when the time is right.
Oh, okay.
The department is the sentinel, the torchbearer, that watches the threat for as long as it can, that holds the key that resurrects the Foundation from its long and deep sleep. They are the sole remaining employee of the Foundation during these periods. The key to unlock the shallow coffin. You are the designated survivor of the SCP Foundation.
The sole survivor.
As of your listening to this text, the SCP Foundation has been dissolved, effective immediately. Unlocking this secure page and connecting it to the main SCP database has released a rapid-affecting computer virus that is designed to circumvent all RAISA firewalls and lock the entirety of the Foundation's operating servers. Reality must be prepared for the change, and the lights are going out, one by one. You are currently the only remaining employee of the Foundation. You will receive no further contact or communication from any other member from the Foundation.
I thought... What? I thought it was, okay, now the Foundation doesn't exist and everybody who is employed by the Foundation goes to somewhere else, like the Void or whatever. But no, it's... What, do they all die? What? Hold on, do they all get teleported and you're just the sole survivor? That's pretty crazy. What happens to the SCPs? You can't handle that all yourself. You're gonna die.
Including the Overseer Council, as it no longer exists. Your sole directive is to ensure the survival of the Foundation by any means necessary.
But how?
If you have reached this section of the file, the current operational state of the Foundation has been saved and encoded in a secure location.
What the hell?
Continue listening for further instructions. These are the instructions for the end of the world. You are to watch as the Foundation crumbles and turns into ash before your eyes. You are to feel the world shrink around you, collecting every last trace of that which must not be seen and hiding it away until the only remains are empty space. You will feel the taste of every fragment as it breaks away from the whole. You are to stand in the midst of the space. You are to ignore the dark creeping in at the edges of your eyes. You are to wait until it reaches you, and the borders of unreality nip at your skin. You will know that all is finally locked away. You are to close your eyes so that you can remember the shape and texture of the SCP Foundation in your hands. You are to burn the image of its disintegration into your brain so that when you find yourself forgetful on the other side of the door, you will still see us in your dreams.
Bro, that's some descriptive ass wording right there. Who the hell wrote this? Man, that sounds like something that if you like close your eyes and listen to, you would be able to see a clear image of exactly what he's explaining. Like, I'm damn near able to do that with my eyes open. Just the darkness creeping in from the side of your eyes and shit, dude. That's amazing.
You are to be responsible for the end of the SCP Foundation. You are to attempt to not cry out as the rapidly cascading reality finally shatters onto your body. You will fail. Remember what you say. You are to awaken in a world that has never seen the Foundation in a life that you have always lived. You are to try and remember. You are to be followed by an enemy which takes a form that is unknowable. You are to be hunted to the death. You are to try and remember.
What in the hell?
You are to avoid death or destruction. You are to survive as long as is necessary until you understand how the threat is to be neutralized. You are to try and remember. You will wait. You are the prisoner of time. You will watch just as it watches you. You will find a way to revert the changes in reality only when it is safe to do so. You must determine when safety is guaranteed. You are to bring back the SCP Foundation from a world where it does not and has never existed. We cannot tell you how this is done. We do not know. We have never known.
Bro, you're putting way too much pressure on this guy. How are you gonna... What? Because first, he doesn't know that this is his job. He's just finding this out. Imagine you're just on your way back from school and they're like, you just get handed an envelope by like a man in black. And it has this in it. Like, what? I'm gonna watch the universe crumble around me, and I'm gonna fade into nothingness, non-existence today. And then my job is to be hunted by an unknown entity that I don't know how to kill, but it definitely knows how to kill me. And I have to avoid that and bring back this foundation. And I know it's not, I'm exaggerating. It's not some random high schooler or friggin', accountant, it's somebody from the SCP Foundation that has to have great knowledge of the Foundation to be able to bring it back in the way that they remembered it. And also telling them, yeah, we don't know how you're supposed to do this. Good luck. But this is your duty. If I was this guy, I would just say, fuck it. And just live my life. Okay? I don't care. What happens if the SCP Foundation doesn't come back? All right. I guess you try to figure out how to kill whatever's trying to kill you. But then after that, just start a family, live your life, be a freaking, I don't know, whatever you want to be a mechanic, be a window washer, be a celebrity, be a soldier, be a musician, be a freaking gaming YouTuber. It doesn't matter. Just be happy, live your life, and then die and fuck the SCP Foundation. All right. Screw them. Shouldn't have dropped the ball. All right. That's on you guys. I'm not going to clean up your mess. Have fun non-existing. All right.
You are to become one. If you have reached this section of the file, the Foundation's physical and informational structure has now been crippled beyond regular function. To conclude the CK class reality restructure, continue listening and follow the instructions. You are to read your eulogy. There is a dead tree just outside your window, where the last traces of the Foundation lie. You stand in the remnants of its shattered form. You breathe in its ashes every time you inhale. Walk to it. You are responsible for the continued survival of the SCP Foundation and the consensus reality that is tied to it. You have always been responsible since the day you were selected and told you were the Department of One, and told that your only job was to sit there and live and waste away until you received the secure message telling you to find this file in the database and open it. You thought you would never receive that message, that they all had forgotten about you, because it was their job to. You were not told that this was always to be your final resting place, and that this was decided the moment you became what you were.
Screw this. This sounds like prophecy stuff. Spoilers for God of War Ragnarok. I'll wait a little bit. But this sounds like the thing Angerboda had. Like, her prophecy was to tell Atreus his prophecy, and all she did was wait there. And then, even though he was like, hey, you should come help us, maybe I'll come back, all this and all that. So you're just like, well, that's not my prophecy. I'm not prophesized to take part in Ragnarok, and all that. And then guess what? She did. So, that's why I'm just like, man, you don't let these people just tell you your life is just waste away until you're useful. No. Bullshit.
In one sense, you are the only one that will remain alive past the break in reality. In another, you are the only one that will die. Everything else in this reality will be effortlessly restored when you return with your mission complete. They will not know that for a time indefinite, they did not exist and never existed.
So they're not even going to be appreciated. It is your responsibility
to know that you destroyed them all, and then you will forget. You die when you forget that you lived this life in the first place. You will forget your entire life, the world you were a part of.
What?
The words that are written on this page and the audio contained within this document. That's the one catch in the plan we've never been able to figure out. You are now alone in a dead reality. You have received all the documentation for your role as the Department of One. There is no other help to give. The file has run out. You will leave everything behind. You lived a good, honorable life. Watch the tree carefully. Proceed to the designated location. This file will be the only one left online. Listen to the very end of this file. You are not safe here, but the Foundation will be. You have reached the end of this file. Contingency 1 is now complete. To execute all SCP-6511 protocols, find a resting place. You will be woken momentarily.
This is some bullshit, man. Wow, that was really good, though.
I would like to give a special thank you.
That was really good, but, like, still, man, that sucks for him. He's just gonna die in a dead universe. That's all he was. He was damn. The game was rigged from the start to pull a full New Vegas reference. I feel bad for him. I wish we knew his name. He didn't ask for this. At least get somebody who's suicidal to do this. Come on. They won't care. Like, they want to die. Let them die. You know, let them sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Not just, hey, come here. Get in this cell for me, yeah? Leaves for 30 years. And then they get this. Just, hey, by the way, I know we kind of forgot about you. We barely fed you, barely gave you water, but bring us back, please. Be the literal hero of the universe and receive no recognition for it. You didn't even want this to begin with. You didn't even know this was your destiny. But do this and we'll be fine. You won't, but do this for us anyways. All right, please. And thank you. You're welcome. He doesn't even get a plaque with his name on it. He doesn't get a Medal of Honor. He doesn't get a Purple Heart. Nothing. Nope. He just dies alone in a dead universe. And there's still something out there to kill him. This was kind of confusing, but like it was still like it was very interesting. It was confusing in an interesting way. And like I said, the writing for this SCP was freaking amazing. This is the most replayed. What was this?
You must never ever
Oh,
be
the message. Okay. Man, this was really good. What do the comments say? OMG, the weight on this SCP on the listener is insane. I agree. What happens? Don't stop listening. Ad pops up. Well, there goes the universe. Fucking goddamn it. God, it's a good thing I had ad block on. And you know what else sucks? What if you live in a universe where this SCP-6511 isn't necessary? Does that mean that guy just rots away in his room forever and just dies by himself, and then they just elect somebody else to be, you know, the new bearer of the SCP-6511 curse, you know? Oh my god, the implications of this SCP is out of this world, like, literally. I swear Thaumiel SCPs are the most interesting SCPs out there. They are, because they have a lot of nuance. You know, it's not as cut and dry as, like, a safe for... I would say Euclids are also pretty interesting. They're up there. Because so far, the Thaumiels that I've reacted to have been, like, just wild. Like, they're just, like, things that confuse me, but also they're always the most interesting. I really love this. Be sure to subscribe to TheVolgun again. I already had their page up, but there it is again. Awesome videos. That looks like Ultron. Did I react to that one? I want to say I might have. I don't know. Yeah, awesome videos. Be sure to support them. They're almost at 1 million subscribers. Look at that. They just need 165,000 more to go. Let's help them get there. But alrighty, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really appreciate it, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me. Turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease. Bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby, I don't need no